It's not the beauty of the building you should look at, it's the construction of the foundation that will stand the test of time. A little progress each day adds up to a big result. Hello everyone, and in this video we'll be talking about New Zealand. New Zealand is famous for its breathtaking landscapes, from lofty mountain peaks and glaciers to mesmerizing blue lakes. It's also known for its wine, lupins, rugby, as well as its adventure activities and gorgeous train journeys. New Zealand is an island country in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. It consists of two main landmasses, the North Island and the South Island, and over 700 smaller islands. It is the sixth largest country by area. Both the North and the South Islands are roughly bisected by mountains. Swift snow-fed rivers drain from the hills, although only in the east of the South Island have extensively alluvable plains have built up. The mountainous country of both islands is cut by main rivers which are swiftly unavoidable and obstruction to communication. New Zealand's climate is determined by its latitude, its isolation, and its physical characteristics. There are few temperature extremes. By the first decade of 21st century, only about two-thirds of households own their dwellings. State agencies provide limited financial assistance towards home purchases and renovation work, as well as subsidized rental accommodations for those on low incomes. The state also subsidized pensioners' accommodation through local authorities. In the late 20th and early 21st century, however, concomitant with decreasing home ownership and increased urban sprawl, the trend was toward great density in urban areas, an increased number of multi-family dwellings and apartment buildings in the larger cities and the smaller section size. Now let's talk about the architecture of New Zealand. The architecture of New Zealand, though influenced by various cultures, expresses predominantly European style. Polynesian influences emerge in some areas. Growth in the number of construction and infrastructure projects in New Zealand has created a strong demand for experienced architects. There are fewer opportunities for architects in regional centers. The architecture of New Zealand is immediately noticeable for how congruous the buildings seem in comparison to their surroundings. They don't seem to obstruct the natural environment, and in many cases, the building seems to have a natural sort of flow with nature at its heart. This is no odd coincidence, but is a result of how deep and spiritual underpinnings have made their way into the architecture of New Zealand and its building. Striking geometric lines have come to define the Art Deco aesthetic of the 1930s, and nowhere is this more prominent than in Napier. A devastating earthquake flattened most of the city and surrounding areas in 1931, and a rebuilding of the city in the design of the prevailing time was commissioned. Now it is once again a thriving hub of art, wine, vintage, aesthetic, and merry times, and highlights the diversity that encompasses what is known as New Zealand's architecture. Guided tours of the area and its unique architectural heritage can be taken to truly immerse yourself into the history of the region. Thanks for watching this video till the end.